Alright, finally it connected. It took a bit. Okay, I did refresh my Photoshop, so I want to make sure that it's working. Is it? Okay, good. Alright, so, I should have tested that before I started, but, oh well. Woe be unto those that are living lavish. 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 Bro, that song be like on my spirit, like so heavy, you know. Really, the melodies that the Father gives to me, they just spring up in my spirit, bro. They spring up in my spirit, and I just begin to sing them, you know, kind of like, quote, Negro spirituals. Like, man, bruh, you telling me we ain't the biblical people? You gotta be kidding me. Let's stop playing games, people. Alright, we gonna jump right in. Okay? Let's get it.
So those that destroy are going to be destroyed, okay, at their own hand, all right? The Father is going to allow it, all right? He's going to allow, as he allowed you to...
Oh, hold on. Let me put what I needed, because actually I was on the wrong slide, so hold on. Here we go.
So those that destroy are going to be destroyed, okay, at their own hand, all right? The Father is going to allow it, all right? He's going to allow, as he allowed you to destroy us for a good reason. It's not like he didn't send prophet after prophet after prophet after prophet warning us. He even gave signs in the heavens, okay? There were signs in the heavens, all right? There were great signs, all right? Our people should have known better, okay? There were great freaking omens and things that went on, okay? Real, very freaking real, all right?
And this is the reason that I was led to do this live, because I need to get this for you. It needs to be on this series here that I've been led to bring forward. Okay, we're living in a time to where you know, it's running short for those that have an opportunity to be spared. Okay, or at least lessen, you know, the tribulation that's coming upon them. Hold on a second. Let's see, what are you guys looking at? Let me be mindful of that. Okay. So it wasn't supposed to go that far. Hold on a second. Let me go back a little bit.
All right? He's going to allow, as he allowed you to destroy us for a good reason.
All right. Now, what is the reason that he allowed us to be destroyed? Okay? We need to take this part by part, okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 7, and Ezekiel was not the only prophet, okay? I'm focusing on this because we're dealing with a half a time where the worst of the heathen was allowed to come to this land here in America, the fourth part of the earth. So this is important, okay? And I will give it into the hand of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. My face will I also turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robber shall enter into it and defile it. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and a city is full of violence. Okay? We were shedding blood in this land, which was greatly forbidden. Okay? We were not supposed to be shedding blood, especially not innocent blood. Okay? Initially, we were killing the animals in order to atone for our sin. Okay? Then we started killing humans. Okay? The iniquity continued to grow. Okay? There is no amount of blood that can be shed to cover any transgression. It increases the indignation. It increases the iniquity. Okay? The only way to atone for sin is to humble yourself and repent, to acknowledge the fact that you did wrong. Okay? The eternal law is within you. It's written upon your conscience. You know right from wrong. You know good from evil. You're convicted in your conscience when you do things against the eternal laws of love and life and purity. Even purity. You know, in that first time when you're getting into the sexual immorality, okay? Something inside of you told you that you shouldn't do that. Why did you ignore it? You ignored it. I ignored it because of conditioning, okay? The conditioning of this illusion that we've been living in. Okay, I didn't even mean to go down this route, bro. I flow by way of the Spirit, okay? And I'm keeping it real. Now, with our free agency comes responsibility. And the Father is all good. Therefore, the eternal law was given. Okay? The divine law of love, life, and purity. Okay? You keep this law and you don't have to worry about anything spiritually as far as your destruction or, anything like that. Because, bro, everything that you go through, if you are keeping this law, it is going to be for greatness. And it's going to be for the glory of the Most High. Okay? Because those that are keeping this law in this world, as the previous, as the Most High allowed it to get, bruh, we're going through the most tribulation ever. Okay? We have been going through it. Okay? Now, we're not physically going through the same horror as our forefathers on this land. The tribulation that we're in is of a different time period. It's toward the end. And so now, instead of us being tormented by, crosses burning in our yards and them lynching us, now we're being tormented of possibly being homeless or our life being affected, period, because we don't have money. Okay? So they have made our life hell this way. So therefore we are still up under this perpetual bondage. And the Father allowed this. We are dependent upon the living power for deliverance. And while we are depending upon the Father for deliverance, we're having to keep this divine eternal law, walking in it, as well as speaking it, giving it, so that the people can have a choice. You had a choice to begin with, but this world, the Father is compassionate. The Father knows that many people are in ignorance, unfortunately. But why is that when He wrote His law on your spirit, on your inner part? But you have ignored it. You've been taught to ignore it. And because the Father knows that we have all been taught against His divine eternal laws, He is doing a great thing in the earth right now. And that is reviving the children of this land. The third that has had the ears to hear, the heart to receive, and the eyes to see. We have allowed him to change our heart and renew our mind. Therefore, we're the ones that have been instructed to give you this truth, okay? This is a testimony, a witness, and a divine opportunity for you to help us in our time of need as we continuously feed you. For those that have the ears to hear, the heart to receive, and the eyes to see. This is what the Father allowed. Verse 24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. This is why we were always trying to run and get away from them, but we couldn't. We could never get away from them. Our life hanged in doubt, day in and day out. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. See, we were put to sleep. We had no knowledge, and his people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation. This was a land of kings. Understand that, because this was a true biblical land over here in the fourth part of the earth. Okay, why do you think there can't be no king over here? You need to answer that. Ask yourself, how come there can't be no king or queen over here? Because it's already a crown colony. It's already owned. That's why it's a corporation. It's the United States Corporation that was built on indigenous land. And we, the people of this land, is in a perpetual captivity. We are prisoners of war in our own land. The Father allowed this, okay? So our king has mourned, okay? All the kings of this land, or the king that was residing before we went down, they mourned, okay? The prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. The Father allowed what we did to come back upon us, okay? Because the Most High did not do evil. He's not doing evil because he allows us to reap what we have sown. This is the point I really want to get across to people. Please stop calling your maker evil because you had a choice and there's an eternal law to keep balance, okay? Your choice determines your fate. The Most High is not bringing evil against you. When you put out evil energy, that evil energy was put out by you. Therefore, it's going to come back to you. And you want to blame your maker for that. I hope that you see the error of your way. Stop calling the lover of your spirit both good and evil. Quit blending good and evil and putting that on your maker. Stop it. Because your maker is so good that we were all given free agency. Righteousness is not forced. You can clearly see that in the world that we're living in. That's why you get all of these atheists and people just deny the fact that there are higher powers, supreme beings, okay? You want to deny that because you want to think that everything is just random. Well, it's chaotic, yeah, but it ain't random because there is a higher power. Some people have divine protection. So clearly, there's a higher power. However, there's things that the Father allows to be carried out upon the earth. That does not make the all-power evil. I don't want to always say he because people get, that's a dogmatic belief system. But when you speak about the Father or Mother, the all-power, the essence of love and life, most people attribute it to, a male persona. But it's not neither male nor female. It's energy, period. It's the energy it's the essence of all things love, pure, joy, patience, kindness, okay, compassion, long suffering, okay? Because for the Gentiles, the Father was very long suffering with you. This whole half a time in which you were allowed to trodden down his people in his holy land, and now we're in 2023, and you're so puffed up in your pride and arrogance, you have senators and governors and presidents, congressmen, that's bold on national TV, saying that we don't even deserve reparations. Make America white again. Like, wow. You know how this happened to us? How the Father allowed for us to go into captivity. He made the pomp of the strong to cease. Our arrogance, because we were very arrogant over here. We were living lavishly. We were beautiful people. Okay, y'all were shocked when you came over here. All right? You don't give us our credit where credit is due. We were a great people. We were a great civilization, and you destroyed us. And you hid our true history. Made us believe that we came over here on slave ships from Africa. What a damn shame how you have treated us. Because you're in trouble. The Father allowed you to build these things up, okay? That he was long suffering for you. Y'all had a times, and particularly this half a time for the worst of the heathen, where we talking about right here, wherefore he would allow the worst of the heathen to come over here and do this to us. That was during the construction of this system, okay? Y'all had finally took us down, okay? You took all our land from us. You besieged us in all our gates. You literally destroyed us. Destroyed all our greatness. Psalms 83, you hid us. Hide the name of Israel so that it be no more in their remembrance. You had a confederacy with one another against us. Revelation, we lay dead in the street for 3.5 days. That's a time and half time, but the half days, that was the time that we all been living. Okay? The time, all my life from the time that I was born, that was the half a day that I was dead. Okay? Most of my life, I was dead. Okay? Until 2017, I was spiritually dead. I began to be stirred in 2016 or so. I was celebrating Halloween in 2016. Okay? But in 2017, my spirit was awakened. Okay? came into the revelation of who I was, okay? And it's very dangerous for all of you nations on this holy land here, you know, because you don't know the prophecies, okay? You are ignoring us. You're ignoring our awakening, and you think that, you know, all of this is just a coincidence. You know, no, this was ordained by the living power, the all power of love and life, okay? And it signaled your end when we awakened, okay? Us awakening is the signal for the end of your system, the end of your rule, the end of your tyranny over us, okay? The Father is going to deliver us. Now let's continue. Alright, we were delivered into the hands of the wicked, okay? The Father allowed things to happen to us that we did. We sowed. We reaped the things that we had sown, okay? A lot of innocent blood my people were shedding on this land. So that's why a lot of our people that were, you know, so-called innocent, you know, but who knows what they did in their former lives. And I know that's blasphemy to some people who don't want to go deeper and get higher knowledge, okay? Yes, we come back, all right? This is probation, and we get opportunities to make things right, okay? We get several opportunities to make things right, okay? And the Most High, the All Power, is the one that sends the spirits into the mortal body, okay? But the All Power did not create the mortal body, okay? Our spirit fathers and our spirit mothers didn't create our mortal body, created our physical body. Our mortal body, I brung this out already, bro, and I don't be trying to go down all of these rabbit holes and these long trails and stuff, okay? But our flesh, this is why the spirit war against the flesh, because the flesh was created by the fallen. So they are not far off from truth at all on Ancient Aliens. They're telling you how the humans were created as far as in the mortal body, the mortal shell, okay, the physicality, okay? But we're trapped in these mortal bodies. Our spirit is like trapped in these mortal bodies. But we are to overcome our flesh. This is why the scripture tells us to crucify our flesh. Walk in the spirit. Okay? Now, I've already proven these things many times on my channel. Alright? So, this life is a spiritual war constantly. Alright? It's probation. This life is probation. This is not all random. This is not all by chance. Okay? So I hope you people give ear and give this some consideration. I'm not here to leech off of people. Okay? You need to understand that this system that was set up is unrighteous. You should not have to slave for your bare necessities. Okay? This used to be the land of the free, the home of the brave. Alright? Yeah. But they stole that and they twisted it all around. And for them, it was the land of the free and the home of the brave. But for us, it became the land of the thieves, because they stole our land. And the home of the slaves. Okay? Because we became their slaves. Dumb diverses. The papal bull. You need to understand that this happened to us. It happened to non-Christian lands. Okay? So you people who are Christians, you need to take this into consideration. Oops. So, in 1452, this was the half a time, okay? Toward the beginning of the half time, alright? This was a papal bull. Dum diversus means to otherwise different. That means till otherwise different, okay? Till different, or whatever. Alright, so, a papal bull, till different, okay? Dum diversus, till different, okay? So, till there's a divine intervention, which is happening, because it happens spiritually first, and then physically, okay? So, back in the former Egypt, spiritually, Moses was sent to the Pharaoh to tell Pharaoh, let my people go, okay? That was spiritually. Let my people go, okay? The same thing that we're doing now. You're going to stop playing with us. You're going to give us back our land. You're going to give us back what you stole from us. You're going to set us free so that we can be free to worship our power in the spirit and in truth. In peace for all humanity and all creation that wants to keep this eternal law of love and life. Your time's up because the children of light has been arisen. Now, you thought that we would be in perpetual slavery for eternity, but we're not. Now, those of you who are righteous, if you are a righteous Gentile / Caucasian, European, and any of you other nations that are over here on this holy land, if you are righteous, you will give ear. You will have remorse for what happened to us. You will repent for the sins of your forefathers. You will do what you can to help us. You will not continuously tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. You will not continuously try to force us to work for your system. We have been freed spiritually, and I am here to help you be moved from your captivity. Yeah, because you're under spiritual captivity and you don't even know it. You don't realize it. You think you're free because you're able to live lavishly. Woe be unto those that I live in lavish. Woe be unto those that I live in lavish. Woe be unto those that I live in lavish. Woe be unto those that I live in lavish. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and yet lose his soul? You think your money gonna save you from what's coming for you? You think your $1 million estates, your hundreds of $1,000 homes, your hundreds of $1,000 in your bank account, your savings account, your pension, your 401k, your bunkers, and all of these things, you think that's gonna save you from what's coming for you? You got another thing coming. See, the Father allowed this to happen. He allowed you to seize non-Christian lands. The seizure of non-Christian lands. Christians, you need to ask yourself some things. Why would you want to continuously hold on to a religion that was spread, hold on, by way of the sword? Your hands are full of blood. Let me see if I can find this right quick, bro. Your hands are very bloody. The Father allowed this. He allowed you guys to build up your atrocities on this land. This is sacred land, okay? And you know it because you put it in your movies. Never have I ever seen a movie where it's talking about sacred land over in Africa. Now, there might be some out there, but I ain't seen them, okay? But I seen a whole bunch of movies set here in America that calls it the sacred land. I've seen a whole bunch of movies here in America that calls it God's country, okay? Y'all put these things right in our face, okay? You know damn well that this is the promised land. And he allowed these things to happen. This whole half time, Satan was released to just run rampant on his people, okay? Now today, y'all want to totally ignore all the bloodshed that was spilled upon this earth, especially here in the Americas, to bring about Christianity. They don't want to acknowledge the atrocities that has been done to us upon this earth and here in the Americas in order to establish the religion of Christianity. They want to continue to ignore the tribulation of the ancient seed of Israel and the direct descendants of the Messiah. They can care less about how life has been held on this earth for us, while they have lived in their blessing. Religion was used to keep us docile people. It was used to keep, like we had a pie in the sky, okay? They built their heaven on our land and told us that if we're obedient slaves, when we die, we go to heaven, when we die. Our heaven is somewhere in the sky. But the scripture, we can read it in the scripture where it says the kingdom is within. Nowhere in the scripture can I ever read that it says that heaven is in the sky, that the kingdom is somewhere up in the sky, outside of the firmament. Nowhere have I ever read that, bro. The kingdom is within us. Okay? But you taught us that it's outside of us, while you lived lavishly on our land, or the land that we were residing, because we were not the type of people that claimed to own land. Okay? We cultivated the land. We were one with the land. Okay? We respected the land. You have no respect for the land. You have had no respect for the creation. This is why you got slaughterhouses all over America, in remote places, away from the public, so that they don't have to hear the miseries, the cries of his innocent creation. But best be reassured that the Father, Mother, the all power of love and life, has heard the moans of his creation, their creation, all of this time. And you think that all of these things is going to go unpaid for. You think oh my God, bro. The amount of innocent blood has been spilt on this land. You think it's just, it don't matter, right? It don't matter. You got another thing coming. You think these storms are something now? This is just the beginning of your troubles, okay? It's just the beginning of your troubles. The times of the Gentiles was your blessing, Christians, you evangelicals. I hope you hear me. Your religion was spread by way of the sword. And to the seed of Jacob, my people out there, you're following the religion of your oppressor. The oppressed and the oppressor cannot both worship the same power. You can't serve two masters. My power is the essence of love, life, and all things good. Eternal joy and happiness. Peace. Okay? But the God of this world, the God that most people worship according to their actions, is the deceiver, the adversary. Because if you truly worship who I worship, then you would be obedient to the eternal laws of love and life and purity. You would be treating your neighbor exactly the way that you want to be treated. You would be refraining from doing to anyone the things that you wouldn't want done to yourself. It's not hard. It ain't complicated. His yoke is easy. His burden is light. But no, you want to heap up all of these man-made laws and traditions and dogmatic belief systems, and you make it hard. You put heavy bondage upon people. Your religion has put you in perpetual bondage. It's put you in spiritual captivity. And I'm here to free you. Therefore, you ought to love me and want to help me in my time of need, because there's no might in my hands in this financial captivity. To try to force me to work a job in your system is wickedness, and it shows your heart and your true intent to keep the Father's people down. Don't turn this around. I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to shine the light. Let's continue in this audio, because I think I got all of this. Hold on. Let me finish reading this. All right. So, yeah, we got according to our deeds, okay? We were judged. We completed our bondage, okay? As far as spiritually. No longer are we asleep, okay? We've been awakened in the land of our captivity. This marks the time of your end. So now you have a choice. You've been ignoring your conscience, okay? So because you've been ignoring your conscience, the Father used the evil in which you did against us to raise us from the dead, okay? We were destroyed. He used the evil in which you did to us to allow us to be destroyed, okay, for our wickedness. But he's using it for good, because now he gets to raise us in righteousness. Now we stand upon our feet with boldness, okay? And we're bringing you the living word by way of the Spirit, okay? So that you can have an opportunity to be spared. I know there's many wicked people out there with a wicked mindset, and they would try to twist this all around, and they'll be like, you doing this to try to get money. You one of them pulpit pimping pastors. And that's comical. That's hella comical. When I live in utter poverty, but I've been doing this for over a year for free. Ain't charging nobody a damn thing. I rely on my Father to support all of my wants and needs. But you want to put that on me. You want to project your reality so that you can ignore what we have been called to do. But time's up for that. See, I used to be kind of afraid. You know, I want to keep it real. I was kind of scared to speak out about what the Father was putting on my spirit as far as this, because I was like, Father, they're going to think that I'm doing this for money. They're going to think I'm doing this to try to get gain of this world. All right, you know, I was concerned about that. The Father told me, don't worry about what these people think. See, I have been tested and tried. That's what you people don't understand, and you refuse to judge by way of the fruit, you know. That's why the Father told me don't worry about what people think, because in the end, you know, it's the fruit that matters. It is literally how I live my life. It is the fruit of the Spirit that is with me, okay? I have the fruits of the Spirit. So it doesn't matter what people say. And as far as the persecution, the ridicule, and all of that, well, this is to be expected. This is what he told us, and we have to endure this, okay? So I was led to not be afraid any longer, to go ahead and speak with boldness the message that he's given me. I know how it can look on surface level. And another thing I was concerned about, I was like, Father, these people going to think that I'm telling them in order for them to be saved, they have to pay me. See, this is surface level thinking. It's still not taking responsibility for your own actions, owning up to your transgressions and what has happened, real history, okay? Like, we don't deserve to be restored as a people, okay? So these things have been twisted around and gaslighted. And the Father has given me the understanding of these things. And now I'm here to bring these things forward. I ain't got no fear, because I know how I live my life. And my Father knows how I live my life. Now, you people are going to know, just as we found out, or we found out real quick, okay? Or we found out, you know. I know that scripture, you know, there's many scriptures that try to put, you know, fear of the Most High. This is the beginning of wisdom. Well, you better respect the Most High power, you know. But, however, you have free agency. But you gonna see. Anything that you sow is going to come back upon you. You ain't going to be able to escape it. Okay? And you have a conscience. And everything that you do is recorded. See, you can hate your maker all you want, people. You can deny your maker all you want. But you going to come to the realization that you were created. And that you transgressed against your maker. Your maker's not going to force you to do righteous. No. But you're going to be tormented by your own damn wickedness and stubbornness. Okay? I don't know how to make it any clearer. This took place right here in America. Okay? You did these things to us over here. And the Father allowed it. All who take the sword will perish by the sword, people. Okay, 44 minutes. My goodness. Let's continue, bro. Let's continue. Where are we at?
It's not like he didn't send prophet after prophet after prophet after prophet warning us. He even gave signs in the heavens, okay? There were signs in the heavens, all right? There were great signs, all right? Our people should have known better, okay? There were great freaking omens and things that went on, okay? Real.
And that's the next thing that we're about to address, okay? hopefully I can get this done kind of quickly, and then we'll be ending this live stream, and we'll be starting it back up one more time to try to complete it, okay? But hold on a second, because I'm going to prove what was just played, okay? I'm going to prove this. These were the omens, the things that happened in this land, okay? We were given warnings. We were given great warning. Okay, all the prophets warned us. And I have many videos bringing this out. I've even brung these omens out before. Many times, okay? Many times I brung it out. But every time that I'm prompted to do so, by way of the Spirit, I'm going to do it, okay? Now, 10 years before the Spaniards, let me make sure that you guys can see. Yes, you can. All right, 10 years before the Spaniards arrived here, an omen of evil first appeared in the heavens. It was like a tongue of fire, like a flame, like the light of dawn. It looked as if it were showering sparks, as if it stood piercing the heavens. It was wide at the base. It was pointed at the head, to the very midst of the sky. To the very heart of the heavens it stood reaching. To the very midpoint of the skies it stood stretched, as it was seen. It was there to the east when it thus came. Let me bring up the next one. Now, this was actually, and let me tell you where this is read from. This is from the Florentine Codex, book 12. Okay, the conquest of Mexico. Omen. Okay, this was an omen. Well, I put omen in parentheses, so never mind. The name of the book is the Florentine Codex, book 12, the conquest of Mexico. And we're going over the omens, so hold on a second. Let me go ahead and close that out. I don't need it no more right now. Where's the next one? Alright. Alright. Came forth at midnight. Alright. It looked as if the day had dawned. Day had broken. Okay? Now, it's midnight, but it looked as if the day had dawned. Okay? Like the day had broken. Okay? Later, the sun destroyed it when he arose. Okay? For a full year, the sign came forth. For a full year. Okay? It was in the year 12th house that it began. So whatever the 12th zodiac is. And I'm not that dang familiar of the zodiac to know what the 12th zodiac house is. But I don't know. I guess whatever. I think that has something to do about astrology and whatnot. Because a lot of astrology was used back then, bro. Because the star, the sun, the moon, and stars, these are ordinances given for signs and wonders, okay? So, you know, Christians and your religions have scared you. All of this was, you know, led by fear. You're scared. Many people are afraid, and this is why you stay in your boxes, okay? But anyway, so anyway, bro, let me just skip all of that, okay? Because I'm not even trying to get off into the zodiac and all of that, all right? But the 12th house, it was whatever year the 12th house it began, okay? And when it appeared, there was shouting. There was the striking of the palm of the hand against the mouth, like people were shocked, okay? There was fear. There was inactivity, all right? A second evil omen came to pass here in Mexico, quite of its own accord. The house of the demon, I can't even pronounce that, okay? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Well, whatever demon it was burned, okay? It flared greatly. No one has set fire to it. You know, side note, spontaneous combustion. You know, I'm kind of curious about that, you know. I was always curious about the unknown, bro. All right? Only itself, continuing, Only of itself it bursts into flames. Okay, that's spontaneous combustion. All right, it was called I Payok. I don't know, bro. At the place called something, I can't pronounce that. When the fire appeared already, the wooden pillars were burning. From within emerged the flame, the tongue of fire, the blaze. Speedily it ate all the house beams. Thereupon there was an outcry. The priest said, now these are the people of this land, okay? So, when it said priest, don't picture your modern day wicked ass priest, okay? Not them, okay? The original people, the copper colored people, those who you call a Negro today, those who you call black, those who you call African American, okay? The priest said, "O Mexicans, hasten here. Let the fire be put out." Not your new Mexicans today either, okay? Because those are the Spaniards. Those are the Mexicans of today is the Spaniards that interbred with the Europeans, and now they're all, light looking, okay? And that's who is labeled as Mexican, all right? And you're not, bro, I'm not even trying to get this deep. Let me try to stay on track. But I can go down so many roads on so many things, okay? Because this is like a spider web. It's all connected. Bring your water jars. But when they cast water upon it, can y'all see my little cursor? I'm not sure if y'all can see my cursor. And if I move it, then I won't be able to see it. I don't know. But anyway, let me try to get a pointer. But when they cast water upon it, when they tried to put it out, all the more did it flare up. It could not be put out. It all burned. Okay? A third evil omen. A temple was struck by lightning. A thunderbolt struck it, okay? A thunderbolt struck it. It was only a straw hut. A place called Zion Moko, okay? In a name that I can't pronounce, temple, okay? It was not raining hard, only drizzling. Thus it was considered an evil omen, okay? So it was no rain, okay? It was barely drizzling, but all of a sudden a thunderbolt, like a lightning, a thunderbolt lightning struck the temple, okay? A straw hut, alright? It was only drizzling, it wasn't raining hard, wasn't no storm, nothing like that. Alright? They considered that to be a third evil omen. This happened in succession to the second and the first, okay? Thus it was considered an evil omen. So it was said that it was a mere summer flash, nor was there a thunderclap. So there wasn't no boom, like when a lightning strike, there's always, the clap. There's a thunderclap, but there was none. Okay? A fourth evil omen. There was yet sun when a comet fell. It became 3 parts. It began there in the west, and it traveled there to the east, as if showering glowing coals. For a great distance it went, extending a trail. Far did its tail go reaching. When it was seen, great was the outcry. It was as if the din of shell rattles was overspread. A fifth evil omen. The lake water foamed up. Okay? So this water just all of a sudden started foaming up. Okay? The lake water just started foaming up. Alright? The wind did not make it foam up. It was as if the water boiled up, as if it boiled up with a crackling sound. Very far did it go as it rose upward, and it reached the bases of the houses, and it flooded. It crumbled the houses. See, there was no such thing as floodings and all of these things on this land, bro. See, we took care of the land, and the land loved us until we started shedding much blood upon it. Okay, when we started shedding, and this may be, I don't care if people think that this is crazy. You know, bro, you're shedding blood, okay? I don't know how to make you understand. But when you're in one accord with the divine laws of love, life, and all things pure, you're walking in righteousness, the land will take care of you. You take care of the land. You're one with the land. Okay, so there was no such thing as floodings and tempest storms and tornadoes and all of these things that destroy. Is the Most High the author of death and destruction? No. Is the Most High bringing all of these storms and death and destruction upon people? No. So what is it? It is the negative energy that has been put out in the earth, primarily on this land, which has caused the earth to be upset. There's a lot of unanswered blood that has been allowed to be shed on the earth during this half a time. And you have yet to restore the people of the land. And you continuously abuse the creation of the land. You continuously abuse the land. And you're still shedding innocent blood by the billions. You think floodings is normal. You think these are, quote, natural disasters. You think this is natural. Another word for natural is normal. That's a Gentile mentality. You have no understanding. Let's continue, bro. It was as if the water boiled up. As if it boiled up with a crackling sound. Kind of like a tsunami or whatever, you know. Like all of these things that happen now, today, and it's just considered normal. Let me continue, bro. Let me stop going off. Because this keep getting to an hour. I don't understand how this is 58 minutes, bro. I don't get it. I be trying to just stay on track. But it's like impossible. I flow by way of the spirit, okay? Very far, I'm over here, people. Very far did it go as it rose upward. Wouldn't that be a tsunami? Okay? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. So these were the omens. This was a fifth evil omen that was in this land. We had never seen these things before, okay? We never seen this before. But how many tsunamis has been in this land in our lifetime? You know, and it's just considered normal. It's normal life for us, okay? It's normal life for us to go through tsunamis and tornadoes and all of these things. Natural disasters, quote unquote. Okay? Very far did it go as it rose upward. And it reached the bases of the houses, and it flooded. It crumbled the houses. This is the great lake which stretches about us here in Mexico. A sixth evil omen. Often was heard a woman going weeping, going crying out. I found later, and I need to verify it, but I'm thinking that this was Rebecca. Was it Rebecca? Was that the mother of Jacob and Isaac and Jacob? I think it was. Isaac and Rebecca. Wait, hold on. I'm getting confused here, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm right. I'm talking about the forefathers of us, okay? Was it Isaac and Rebecca? You like I don't mind correction, okay? If anybody can correct me if I'm wrong about this, I'm thinking it was Isaac and Rebecca. So, Isaac and Rebecca had Jacob and Esau, okay? Therefore, Jacob's mother was Rebecca, okay? So this is where we're at, all right, right here. All right, so I'm thinking, and I need to verify it, but I'm thinking that this was the woman. Rebecca was most likely the woman, the mother of Jacob, okay? A sixth evil omen often was heard, a woman, or like the spirit of Rebecca, okay? Like Rebecca's spirit, okay? A sixth evil omen often was heard, a woman going weeping, going crying out. Loudly did she cry out at night. She walked about saying, my beloved sons. And all of that is the other language, so we don't need that. I need the other. So hold on, let me get it. So I'm thinking that this is the mother of Jacob, okay? And she loved Jacob. Rebecca loved Jacob, okay? And Isaac loved Esau. But I'm not trying to get that deep. I'm trying to bring this closer, okay. Alright. Make sure. Did I get the right one? No. Hold on, bro. I got the wrong. Wait. My beloved sons. No. I messed up, bro. Hold on. I don't know why. I'm trying to make sure I got the next one that I need. Okay, here we go. It's the right one. Alright. So, my beloved sons, now we are about to go. Sometimes she said, my sons, whither am I to take you? Alright, so this woman was heard screaming, okay, over and over again. Alright? A seventh evil omen. Once, when the water folk were hunting, okay, when you're hunting, aren't you shedding innocent blood? What have that animal done to deserve to die? See, this was the wicked things that my people were doing in this land. And they thought it was okay. They had seared their conscience with a hot iron. Okay? They were hunting or snaring game. Okay? Fishing and stuff like that. Okay? They caught an ashen bird like a brown crane. Okay? They were doing these wicked things. This is why the Father allowed these atrocities to come against us. Okay? He allowed us to reap the things that we sown against his creation. All right? Then they went to the, something I can't pronounce, to show it to Montezuma. Okay? It was past noon, still early. On his head was as it were a mirror. So this crane, this bird, okay, the mirror was round, circular, as if pierced in the middle, okay, as pierced in the middle of his head, okay, was a mirror, like a round mirror, okay, trying to get you to picture this, all right. There appeared the heavens, the stars, the fire drill, the constellation, okay, again, I'm going back to the zodiac, constellations, okay, astronomy, all right, the signs and wonders in the heavens, it was used there, it was created for a sign, so that we know the signs of the times, okay, We had all of those conjunctions. You people been ignoring all of this. You're ignoring the fact that he woke his people up in the land of our captivity. To your own detriment, you're ignoring these things. Okay? To your own detriment. You ought to help us in our time of need, people. You ought to help us. We don't have might in our hand to get us, up out of this financial bondage. You should want to sow out of your abundance, okay? To help us. All right? That's real love. Let's continue. All right? And Montezuma took it as an omen of great evil when he saw the stars in the fire drill. And when he looked at the bird's head a second time, he saw a little beyond what was like people coming, massed, okay, in mass. Okay, it was a whole bunch of people he was seeing coming as conquerors, okay, coming girt in war array, all right? It says, deer bore them upon their backs, okay? And then he summoned the soothsayers, the wise men. He said to them, do you not know what I have seen? They're like people coming, a whole bunch of people coming, okay? But when they would answer him, that which they looked at vanished. They said nothing more. An eighth evil omen often were discovered, men, thistle men having two heads, but only one body. They took them there to the Tilidian comic, I don't know, bro. There they showed them to Montezuma. When he had beheld them, then they vanished. Okay? So we had all of these omens in this land 10 years before the worst of the heathen was allowed to come over here. Okay? 10 years before the worst of the heathen was allowed to come over here. One second. My computer is being slow. I'm getting ready to close this out. But I wanted to show you something. Alright. Alright, so you guys, you came over here. You did very wicked things to us. Things that need to be atoned for. You know, we need to talk about your history. Okay? Back when it benefited us to vote because we were a part of the system, this is before you completely took over and systematically marginalized us, systematically, put us on the bottom of the system. You hung us when we were participating and, we had a say so. When we had power, okay, when we still had power, you began hanging us. And here's a note that you put on us. This nigger voted. Like, how dare you stand up for your rights? How dare you want fair treatment with us? See, bro, I'm not trying to be here to hurt nobody, okay? Although the truth is gonna hurt, but I'm trying to not go too far with it, okay? Now, there was something else that I was supposed to bring out, bro. But I guess he's going to bring it back to my remembrance later. For now, let's see where we're at in this audio.
Real. Very freaking real. Alright?
So
Alright? There were omens that happened, okay? We were warned with great warning that these people were coming to this land and that they were going to do the things that they did to us and that it was going to be extended. You hear that?
Hold on, because he just brought it to my remembrance. I wanted to get it. Okay, so this right here. Alright, so let me go back just a tad bit.
We were warned with great warning. Real, very freaking real, alright? Alright? There were omens that happened, okay? We were warned with great warning that these people were coming to this land and that they were going to do the things that they did to us and that it was going to be extended.
Alright, and we're going to end it there. Let me go ahead and read this one more time to you. This is Revelation 6. My bad, people. Revelation 6:8. Now, this is the pale horse, okay? So I don't know why you think the horses of the apocalypse, I don't know why you think the pale horse is coming later, after the black horse, because the black horse is here now. And the black horse is the final horse, okay? The black horse is the weights and scales. It's balance, okay? See, the Father allowed all of this. We went over this, okay? For this half time, all right? He allowed, behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, the Americas, okay, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Now, we went over in Dogs of a Conquest, how you put your war dogs on us, okay? You forced us to work with your war dogs, okay? One more thing that I'm going to bring up, and we're going to end this, and I'm going to bring it up one more time. I'm going to come back one more time to finish up that audio, okay? The gold rush, people, okay? The gold rush. Why do you want to continue to ignore this? See, y'all want to be served for eternity. These are Europeans over here. You see how y'all are all so noble and all of this? See, y'all but at this time of the gold rush, that was in 1848, okay? So, y'all had already been terrorizing us since the late 14th century, okay? You started terrorizing us at the end of the 14th century, all right? So by the 18th century, you had broken us down pretty much, all right? You had broken us down, but you still weren't done with us. No, you weren't done, all right? And you were using dogs, to force us to work for you, get gold for you, okay? You wanted to be served for eternity. So you put us under perpetual slavery, perpetual captivity. You came over here on our land, or the land that we were residing, the promised land, okay? The land of abundance, the land flowing with milk and honey. There's gold on our land. There's precious jewels on our land. You forced us to get these things for you because you were coming from utter poverty, okay? When you first arrived here, you were coming from the slums, all right? Let me see if I can find some of this, bro. I'm going to prove what I say. I'm going to prove what I speak. Because all of this time, where we've been living, see, we've been given narratives that never been proven, okay? They can't prove their narratives. All they've done is indoctrinated us to believe their narrative. But they haven't proved anything. They ain't proved that they brung all of us over here on slave ships from Africa. They can't prove that this is not the promised land. They can't prove that we are not the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They can't prove that Europeans are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They can't prove that Christianity is the absolute truth. They can't prove that the Bible is the infallible word of God. They can't prove that the Vatican and the Pope is the supreme, vicar of Christ upon earth. They can't prove none of this. They can't prove their history that they have perpetuated on the earth, that they have indoctrinated everybody upon the face of the earth to believe for the past several centuries. Okay? They can't prove that. But we're proving the things that we speak. When y'all first came here, many of you were shipped here. You were the less desired of the nobles of your people. You were being oppressed by the royalty in Europe, okay? You were being oppressed there. And guess who was the ones doing the oppressing? They were not pale skin, okay? No. The original people over there in Europe were copper-colored people, okay? Edom and Judah were over there. Okay? And they were very wicked, puffed up in their pride and their arrogance. They were treating the pale-skinned people like trash. Okay? And the Father allowed us to be brought down. Okay? But you need to understand where you came from. Okay? Not all Europeans, but a great deal. Some of the ones that are over here, the ones that came on ships, okay? The Caucasians, okay? And I find it interesting that they have these terms like medieval. Just because they spell it different and don't put the I there, instead they put an A, like, and instead of putting the A where they got the I, media, evil, like, bro, thank you, Father, for giving me the eyes to see through all of these deceptions and deceit, these delusions that have so many people in spiritual captivity. Bruh, I'm very thankful, okay? Very thankful, all right? Medieval. Bro, this was the meridian, half a time. Y'all did evil on this land. And you refuse to restore the people who you and your forefathers have destroyed. How can you be complacent with the many atrocities that happen to my people and say that you serve the power that I serve? You serve God, all right. You just serve your God, which is the God of death and destruction. Therefore, you are going to reap death and destruction. Originally, Slav, so used in the secondary sense because of the many Slavs, which is the original meaning of, is where slave, the term slave came from Slav, okay? Sold into slavery by conquering people. The Slavic people come from Canaan, if I'm not mistaken, okay? If I'm not mistaken, I think, that's a descendant of Canaan, all right? And Canaan had a curse. Canaan was the cursed seed of Ham, to be a perpetual slave. It was Canaan that was to be the perpetual slave because of his transgression, okay? However, in the eyes of the all power of love and life, no one should be a slave. Anyone who chooses to keep the eternal laws of love and life, treating their neighbor the way that they want to be treated, you all have free agency, okay? But yes, that doesn't mean that generational curses don't exist. It just means that you have to, atone and own up to your transgressions. You have to persevere through your afflictions. Okay? You have to endure till the end. Man, I'm not giving you no foreign doctrine. All of this is connected in the scripture. But anyway, on this meme here, these are the slaves that arrived in America, whom Abraham Lincoln declared, quote unquote, free. Okay? However, the people that were already here, we weren't necessarily slaves. Do you not understand that people who had their hand in our scrolls, in our writings, our scriptures, they were able to manipulate it? How come you don't take that into consideration? See, we became slaves, and everybody upon the face of the earth right now, living right now, if you're working a job, if you have an employer, if you have a boss, guess what? Your boss is your slave master, okay? You're a slave if you're an employee. Yes, because that's exactly what slavery is. That is like, and they set it up over here in America. Slavery was not what they have taught us. Okay? Yes, there were some that were very cruel toward us, but it was mostly about employment. Okay? Because they knew this was our land. Bro, oh my God. Okay? I'm not even trying to go down this route, bro. Watch Dane Calloway. He brings a lot of this out, okay? I'm just going to stick with what I'm trying to bring out right now. All right? Now, let's go ahead and continue. Let me go ahead and just stop, okay? And I'm going to pick it back up and try to finish out this audio, bro. Check out Dane Calloway, because he goes into great detail about, so-called slavery in this land, okay? And the trickery. All right, he brings the receipts. All right, and the spirit of truth is upon the earth today. Anyway, on that note, people, I will be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. And it's gonna be one more, and we're gonna end it. Okay, for today, and then hopefully tomorrow I can go ahead and compile what I need to compile. And I'm trying to get done with this series, bro, because I have a lot, alright? It's like, Father, I'm on a time limit, like, all of this, bro, I got a lot, as you people can see. You people keep ignoring it, like as if it's nothing. I don't got no value, okay? I don't have no value as far as material things and finances and all the temporary things of this carnal ass superficial world. No. But if you had wisdom, if you had any divine intelligence, you would value me and the things that I've been led to give to you. Okay? You would see that I'm here to be a blessing.